Hi guys, I'm back again today to talk about 5 more back to school tips on how you can help your elementary child. If you didn't catch the last video, I had talked about the same topic. I'll link it down below. Make sure you catch it. Lots of great tips there. And if you are new here, hi, my name is April. I'm a teacher and tutor at Teach Young Minds. If this is a topic that interests you, make sure you give us a like and subscribe so that you can catch future videos. So here we go. Extra tip number 1 is to schedule doctor appointments of your child or your children now. You should have your child's school schedule now, and so I would call up their dentist, their pediatrician, any type of appointments that you see in the future happening. I would schedule them now so that you can find the best times for them to get in. A lot of times you'll forget about it and you'll squeeze it in at the worst possible time, maybe during a time where your child has a field trip or important tests that they have to take. So this is a great proactive thing that you can do for your child right now as the school year starts. The second tip I have for you is back to school shopping. So back to school shopping can get pretty expensive. I would suggest focusing on for materials that students use over and over, get good brand name materials for those. So anything like backpacks or colored pencils, crayons, pens, pencils, I would use really good brand name materials for those because they use it over and over. And trust me, I've tried the dollar store versions of those and they're not very good. However, for materials that don't really matter what the brand is, I would go to the dollar store and pick those out. So wipes, little plastic baggies, or paper towels, those types of things don't necessarily need to be the more expensive brand kind. Oh, my cat is joining us. Say hi, Rain. Oh my goodness. Okay, tip number 3. Okay, I'm just gonna take. Okay, tip number 3 is to schedule a family meeting and talk about the expectations of the school year to your children. So I would sit down and talk about, maybe goals that you might have for the school year. I would have an open discussion with them and talk about how they feel. Are they nervous? Are they scared for their school year? Are they disappointed in anything? Maybe they found out that they, have classmates that they really wanted to be in their class and they're in the other class. These are good things to talk about now as the school year starts. Tip number 4 is to learn from last year. So I would reflect on the routines and procedures and experiences that you had last year and see how you can make this year better. Maybe a certain routine wasn't working out. Maybe you can change it up. Or is there something that happened last year at school that might affect your child this year at school? I would mention that to the teacher. Not just last school year, but maybe something happened over the summer that could potentially affect your child's learning this school year. I would let that teacher know. And I've talked about this many times, especially in the last video, that communication is key because you guys, with the teacher, communication is key with the teacher because you guys are a team. You are working together to support your child. And the last extra tip that I have for you is to practice eating school lunch. And I actually got this from another parent on Facebook, and her name is Julie New Harbaugh, and she had this great suggestion of, especially for those kindergarten students that maybe are coming in for school the whole day for the first time, I would practice eating lunch with them. So I would sit down, set a timer for 15 to 20 minutes, make sure that they can open their lunchbox, make sure that they can open any of the containers that are in their lunchbox, make sure that they're eating a good portion of their food because this is a time to socialize and eat at the same time. And so many kids just forget about the eating part, and then they get back to the classroom in the afternoon and they're starving. So just talk about that. And I would also talk about what goes in the trash and what comes home. And this can actually be applied to any type of materials that they use. For example, you could talk about how to use and store things in their backpacks. Where do their important notes go? Where do forms go? Where do folders go in their backpacks? You can practice even if they have like a coloring tool bag, how they properly put their coloring tools away. These are all really important things that would really help them. So that is all 5 extra tips. I hope this has been helpful for you. Comment down below if there's any other tips that you have that might help somebody out here. I would love to hear them. And if you have a kindergarten, first grade, second grade child at home, if you are a teacher, an early elementary teacher, make sure you check out Teach Young Minds. I have a free resource library that has over 200 pages of resources for students kindergarten through second grade. That's it, guys. I hope you have a great school year, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye!